trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Mixing up the middle. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle by Quincy Williams. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll bring Tony in motion left.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Jets at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Hollins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them, or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On the return, it's Tony.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum, because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw.
Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out right at the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Stroud.
To Mixon on the check down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Now it's Fields. And he completes it to Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Play action. It's Fields.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Fields now to throw.
Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep is Tank Dell.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Stroud to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Play action. Stroud now. Got his man, Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Stroud. This goes out wide from Nixon.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stroud off the play fake. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jamie and Sherwood. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Yeah, he'll find Hall.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hall on a give up the middle.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Third down and 6.
a design run for their wideout. Gets past one man.
And he'll have a Jets first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Back to throw. Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, 36 yards.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to break.
They got his man complete.
Still going.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. shoves him off at the 20.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll get this to Lazard, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Fields.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
2nd and 10. Now Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On play action, Fields. This one deep for Wilson.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.